have a beef.
I do have a beef. I remembered it. That's why I wrote it down partway through the show. I was like, when you billboarded it, I was like, I don't remember what my beef is.
Yeah.
I just wrote in our Slack channel, I have a beef if there's time, but I didn't write what it was. Because I thought we were recording yesterday. That's why. But I remember what it was. So Reef Bum did an interview with Hunter Hammond, and they were talking about the LGBTQ plus stuff that happened, that Reef to Reef is still stopping discussion of it and things like that, and happened with atheism or whatever. But this is specifically about LGBTQ. I decided that I wanted to talk with some of the people who I thought were missing the point in the comment section over there, right? And then Scott, actually, he was watching it, and he sent me a note, which was very nice, because he said, thank you so much. It's so nice when an ally does this, because it's fucking exhausting. And so I went around with this guy, like 28 comments, and I think I've decided it's not going to happen. He's just having a different conversation, and I don't know how to do that. And I'm fucking exhausted with that. I can't imagine what it is like to be LGBTQ plus and have to have these kinds of exhausting discussions with people all the time.
Well, you and I can let it go, and we can decide when we want to have that or not.
Right.
But if we were LGBTQ, it's just like, God, constant anxiety.
Yeah. So my beef, I guess, can be boiled down to, look, if you see the words LGBTQ, that's like saying my family. That's, it's not about sexuality. It's an affinity group. Get over it. They're not trying to fuck you. They're not trying to fuck your children.
Convert you.
In the threads that were on Reef to Reef, they weren't about anything but community and reef keeping. That's it. So that's my beef. Get over it.
Someone in our Discord made a point that, so I love to talk, okay? And there's certain times that I'll shut my mouth, and
Lies!
there is
Lie.
No, in our Discord that you made the thing where the LGBT community can sort of, talk about
the civil action channel.
Yeah, can sort of talk about their stuff. And it's like, that's something where I don't have input. No one needs to necessarily hear what I think. That's a scenario where I need to shut up and listen, because it's not my world.
Right.
And I was listening to him. I was like, holy shit. And it's not like I didn't know this, because I have a gay uncle that came to live with us a long time ago. And that was where I pivoted off of, some normie feelings or whatever, listening to my uncle and being like, oh, because before him, I didn't have a lot of exposure to it. But someone in our Discord was talking about how, saying, in our community, meaning the LGBTQ community, is like, parents have forsaken us, friends have forsaken us, also, ostracized from different friend groups and family groups and this and that. So when they did go to like Reef to Reef to say like, hey, is there any other LGBTQ reefers out there? And then Reef to Reef was like, hey, don't talk about that. The thing is they weren't trying to hook up, they were trying to find community. And that made me so sad when that sort of like hit my brain and realized what it was. It's like we are ostracized from like the greater society. And so when we meet with common interests, we're just trying to meet each other so we can talk about stuff without being engaged about, oh, you're gay, blah, 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 or any of that crap.
And the other thing about, people are going to see it. People are forced to see it. It's like, no, just don't click it. On any forum, there's a million things I am not interested in, and I just don't click those things. I'm not going to shit on people for having whatever discussion they want to have that I'm not interested and I'm not a part of. So when you see a LGBTQ plus reefer thread, why are you even going there? It's not for you unless you were invited. It's not for you. Just like the Women in Reefing is not for men. Just like the North Carolina Reef Club is not for me.
You know,
Go do it. I mean, they're very nice at the North Carolina Reef Club, and I talk to them sometimes, and I love them. They're just the name that came up. But most of the time, I'm not going to go to the Detroit Reef Keeping. What do I care?
I see what you're saying. No.
I've got nothing to do with them.
I used to have cable TV, and I'd click through channels, and I would click on a channel I didn't care for. You know what I would do? I would move the fuck on.
Right. And you know, when I don't like violent things that press my button on TV. You know what I do when it starts to, we were watching The Last of Us, the new show, and it's getting to the point where it looks like a daughter is going to be killed or die in front of their father. And I went, I don't want to watch this anymore, and change the channel, because that's a thing for me. I'm not going to write to Netflix and tell them they shouldn't show this. It's not fucking for me. So that okay, I guess I got a double.
That sounds so bad, but is that the Karen move? Is that mean to like harp on the Karen thing?
What Karen thing?
The Karen move is to like me, if I'm at a restaurant and I don't like what I had, I don't go to Yelp, or I just don't go there anymore. Right. But it's like the Karen move is to like tell the whole world that you're upset.
No one gives a shit that you're upset. Move on. There's a million other restaurants you can go to. You know, if you want to actually talk to the restaurant and say, hey, this was my experience, I thought you should know, that's fine. But otherwise, what do you care? Let people have their own, leave people alone. They're none of your business.
Yeah, whatever.
That's my beef. Those are my two beefs. Fucking get over it and understand that they're not trying to fuck anybody. They're just trying to have friends that have a shared background that they have. I mean,
they already get fucking ostracized enough from their own family.
They're not trying to fuck anybody exactly as much as you're trying to fuck people when you're on a reefing site.
Yeah.
Exactly the same amount. And if you're a couple people I know, you're fucking assholes. Right? We know a couple people who, yeah, anyway. And then you go, not cool, and move on, right? And so they're not trying to do anything nefarious. They're just trying to have a community of people who have shared experiences. Say it over and over again. Maybe it'll become true. And if you see a thread that you think is about people having sexual experiences and you don't like that, why you? I mean, we have the disclaimer at the beginning of the show that says, we're going to swear. If you don't like it, please don't come in. And I would think anybody who comes to the Discord should know that, right? Why are you going there if they're telling you, if you know from the outset it's something you're not interested in? Why are you even bothering? I don't go to nanotank forums because I don't keep nanotanks. So I don't have much in common with them. I read them once in a while, you know. I don't go to freshwater forums and go, this should be salt. What the fuck?
Why aren't you guys talking about saltwater? This is bullshit.
This is bullshit. Why are you even talking about this?
Yeah.
Because this is Reef Beef. We talk about this.
Yes.
We talk because we think it's important for the community as a whole.